What's going on, guys? Grunge Gaming back here, and in today's video, guys, I'm going to be going over the rarest common weapons in Apex Legends. So these are the ones that you'll find in-game out of the chest. So I think most people know that the rarest guns in Apex Legends come from care packages, but these are the common ones, of course, that are just on the field that are sometimes just rare to find. This includes my opinion and also a lot of streamers I've been watching lately. I've seen kind of what they have come across when they're opening their loot bins. And yeah, these are some of the guns, and even while I was making this video, it was kind of hard to find some of these guns. It's kind of funny, their spawn rate. Each gun, they say it is all about the odds, you know, and what will come in a loot bin. But some of them, like the famous charge rifle, after all of its nerfs, it was also nerfed to have the probability of spawning very, very low. So that means that it is rare to find a charge rifle. Anyway, let's get right into the video. Anyway, guys, like in no order, the first one of the top 3 rarest guns in Apex Legends is the one I already mentioned, the charge rifle. Now, guys, for this one, there is actually a way to get it, and you can always get this one no matter what. This is also kind of like the longbow and any snipers. They're kind of like the energy weapons family, and they're really rare to find ammo and the guns for it. Usually light weapons are usually most commonly found, like P20s and stuff like that. But anyway, the longbow and the charge rifle kind of go together, but even the charge rifle is even more rare. If you want to find one of these, you can go to Sniper Mountain. But basically with these and everyone on this list, you gotta like think to yourself, like, next time you play Apex Legends, are you finding guns like this? Because some people just don't like the charge rifle, but it is a really good weapon actually, and that's why they have, lowered its spawning rate, because it's just so good, and it really does a good job just cracking people's shields, and it just goes right through them, and it really does a lot of damage still, so that's pretty good. Anyway, that's how rare it is, and it is really rare to come across one of these unless you guys go to Sniper Mountain along Skyhook. That is where you will always find snipers, because technically it is programmed to always spawn snipers. Charge rifle is one of the more bigger ones, and usually the bigger ones don't usually spawn. I've kind of already noticed that. Like, usually the most common thing is smaller weapons. Like, it's really common to find a P2020 or a 99, only because they're smaller weapons. So I notice sometimes the bigger the weapon, like, sometimes the rarer the spawn rate, and also because this is a sniper. Anyway, moving on. Guys, the next one is the EVA 8 shotgun. In the shotgun family, out of 3, the Mozambique, EVA 8, and Peacekeeper, the EVA 8 is some of the best for shooting down cargo drones in the sky because it's just this wide pattern. Some can arguably say it's one of the best shotguns in the family, even though the Peacekeeper is kind of like a memento to Apex Legends. When you think of a Peacekeeper, it's kind of one of those like figureheads of Apex Legends, one of like the bigger guns, some of like the best weapon combos, 99 and Peacekeeper. But the EVA 8 is also really good in its own way, especially the fact that it has this wide hit area or hit box area because it spreads out a lot. It can also be really condensed, smaller with double tap as well, so it's pretty powerful, especially when it can shoot 2 really fast shots. Also, things that the EVA 8 is also really good at is if people are getting up close and personal. That is when the Peacekeeper ultimately fails, and if you get up close to somebody with the Peacekeeper and they just don't have good sensitivity or something, they will usually fail because the Peacekeeper fires like really narrow streams, even if, this person is like just going around you, spamming you with a 99. Sometimes the EVA 8 can do a lot better, only because of its wide path and its wide hit range. That's what makes it such a really deadly weapon and a really good weapon in close combat situations. So let me also tell you about the rarity of this. I spent about an hour playing Apex in normal pubs just to see if I can find an EVA, and alas, I was able to kill somebody with an EVA who was literally just standing there AFK. It was like the perfect timing to get it, and literally it is a killer, it is a shredder, and it is a good weapon. It is really rare, and if you guys find one, it's kind of crazy. Just notice it, and you guys may not be able to find it. It's one of those weapons where you might find tons of EVAs, and sometimes you'll find none. This, also the EVA, is actually really funny. It's best paired with the charge rifle. It's kind of one of those funniest things with that, and how that combo is really rare, but it does really good. So definitely keep that in mind, and be aware next time you find an EVA, because it is really rare to find. Now for a little bit of an oddball weapon, we have the Spitfire. Now the Spitfire is kind of weird in finding. Now of course there is no like rhyme or reason to finding it. There's no like special area where it spawns. It's just basically in any location, sitting out or in a loot bin. Now the Spitfire is of course pretty good paired with other weapons, and it's usually pretty good on its own, and it works really good with a Peacekeeper as well, because of course the Spitfire, it really does a good job tearing down. It doesn't get the credit that it deserves, but it also is pretty rare to find in the first place. Now this is not really one of the most rarest guns. It's one of the more like up there common ones, and basically this is where it gets interesting. In the heavy ammo family, the heavy ammo is of course in the middle of rarity of finding heavy ammo, but that also works for guns. You are more likely to usually find a flatline or a wingman before you find a Spitfire. Usually a Prowler is around the same spawn rate. Usually a Prowler is sometimes really common. It really was common in Kings Canyon in Season 1 and 2, but now it's not that common. And that also goes for the Spitfire. I feel like it was just a little more common back in the old days, and now the Spitfire is one of those guns where you might find tons of them in the map or not. Now this was kind of brought to my attention by watching other streamers, and they weren't able to find a lot of Spitfires. I was able to find one kind of easily. It took me a round or two, and trust me, in these videos I scoured all over trying to find. I even abandoned my team just trying to like open up as many loot bins as I could and try and find one. So these were one of the ones, and after I found one, after searching for so long, and then I found tons of them in the loot bin. Now I don't really think it's like biome where they spawn. I just think it's rarity and probability of finding one of these. So guys, next time you guys find a Spitfire, definitely be sure to hold on to that, as of they are pretty rare. So guys, thank you for watching the entire video if you guys made it to the end. Anyway, hope you guys found this useful and you guys kind of can see some other things and start to notice them in game. Once you guys pop into a game after watching this, maybe you guys will find some guns that maybe you knew were rare and you haven't noticed them and you can't find them after watching this video. I kind of, after like searching and finding the guns that I wasn't able to find as easily as other guns, I was kind of able to see past that and be like, oh yeah, these guns are pretty rare. Also guys, definitely make sure to subscribe. I think there might be a part 2 to this coming soon. Also, thank you guys for subscribing. If you guys already subscribed, thank you guys so much. I have to say in every video, but this channel is growing. Also, if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe so you guys never miss another video like this. Also, tell me down in the comments if I missed a gun or that you think is really rare besides care package weapons, because I know there are a few that people just can't find as well as others. So anyway, hopefully see you guys all in the next video. Bye guys.